Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Friday, the 24th of September 2021. A working week is almost at an end, just one more day to go. And it's very early morning here in Bangkok. It's barely light, in fact. Some people do their morning exercise before they start work. Maybe they go jogging and stretching and thing. Well, this is my morning exercise. It's this Sudoku before I start work. I do have to work early this morning. So, okay, we have our hard level Guardian Sudoku this morning. And before we jump into that, let's talk about chargers. No, I'm not talking about bulls running at red rags or anything like that, or I don't know, companies that where you have to pay too much overcharge or something like that. No charges. I'm talking about for mobile phones and tablets, etc. Because in the news, the European Commission is demanding, well, or is it not, it's not quite settled yet, but seems to be demanding that companies settle on a single charger, which would eliminate, various waste in terms of, companies producing chargers and cables and connectors that people can't use, and also would standardize things, make things much easier. Often you go to places where they have free charging services, like an airport or a train station or something. We have them here in Thailand as well. You can just charge your phone up, but sometimes it's difficult if you don't have the right connector. Opposing this is Apple, who says that this kind of regulation could stifle innovation, and to some extent that is true. Although in fact Apple are really behind when it comes to charging, because other companies have telephones that charge much faster and sometimes more effectively as well than Apple. So, but as a person that does use Apple devices, I must admit I've been using Apple products for many since the early Macintoshes actually. So, but I'm not an Apple fanboy. I have a love-hate relationship with Apple. I do take their point about it being possibly stifling innovation. So. But then again, sometimes if people are restricted to work within something, they can work on improving it within that regimen. Do you know what I mean? If they're told you have to have a connector that is this shape and this size and runs at a particular rate of charge, actually, there are innovations to be made within that limitation as well. So I don't know the right answer on this one. As often is the case, a bit of balance might be useful. But anything that we can do to reduce production of useless items, and then again, it's waste. I mean, the mobile phone has become so ubiquitous now that almost everyone has one. So we have to think about how we can dispose of them and how to reduce the waste associated with them. Right, let's get on with our Sudoku puzzle. Now, if you've never played Sudoku before, you can see squares across, which we call squares or sometimes cells, and they should contain numbers 1 to 9. Now, at this moment, they do not contain all the numbers 1 to 9. This row only has 9 and 8. This row only has 2 and 3. So we have to fit the other numbers in there, and we don't just randomly put them in because they must appear only once in each row. The same situation for columns, and then we have these sectioned off blocks, and so the numbers 1 to 9 have to fit in there as well. So that's it. It's a game of fitting in 1 to 9. And how do we go about it? Well, we understand that it can only happen once. So this 5, well, we don't have room to place another 5 because we only have 9 squares. So there cannot be a 5 again in this row. This 5 means there can't be 5 again in this row. Okay, so a kind of blocking pattern. There's 5 blocks across this row. There's 5 blocks across this row. There's 5 blocks down here. So if you look at this block and say across here, down here, across here, and down here, there is only 1 square left. And so we know from a process of deduction, less less, I've forgotten the word, less detailed than a Sherlock Holmes deduction. That wasn't the word I wanted, but anyway, less involved than a Sherlock Holmes deduction. Then we found our square for 5. Now we'll take that 5 and say that it blocks down here, 5 blocks down here. That gives us one more square where we can place a 5. So we'll do it. Just one more thing is that if you do find that single square, you know that that is the number because there is only one solution, and therefore it has to be that number. No point in looking for other numbers saying, oh, could it possibly be this? Don't do that. Right, there is an 8 blocking down this column, 8 blocking down this column, 8 across here and 8 across here, giving me an 8 in this square here, by the way. Also, if you're new to this channel, or you never played, or you haven't played Sudoku often, or certainly not the Guardian Sudoku, I should warn you, even though it professes to be a hard level, that doesn't mean to say that it will be. We can't guarantee it. 8 across here, 8 across here, 8 up here. Sometimes it has inflated ideas of itself. 8 up here, 8 up here, and 8 across here. Looks like we're going to get all the 8s because I think there's only one of these segments or blocks that don't have 8 yet, and so we can always get the last one. 8 blocking up here, across here, and across here. So square number 1, the first square in the top row and the leftmost column is 8. Right, okay, that's 8's done. Six blocking up here, 6 blocking up here, only one square left now. 6 has to go there. I have noticed that 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks up here, so 3 is in these squares, 2 blocks up here, 2 blocks down here. So these 2 squares here have to be 2 and 3. Okay, now this can help us sometimes if we understand that these have to be 2 or 3. It can help us find the other numbers here sometimes, or sometimes up and down here. Okay, so 2 and 3. All right, let's see then. So in this column, let's look at this column first. We know 2 and 3 are here. We don't have a 1 that could appear in any of those. 2, 3. We don't have a 4. No, we don't have any information about 4. 5, 6, and we don't have a 7, and we don't have any information about 7. Wow, how about that? Well, that was useless, wasn't it? But let's think about it down here. Now we know, let's say it again, 2 and 3 are here. Now 7 blocks across here, that means that 7 has to be either here or here, and that will block across here. Now that is going to help us because now 7 is either in this square or this square, but anyway, it's going to block across this row. 7 blocks across this row, so 7 has to appear there. Back here now, 1 we don't know. There was no help on 1. 9 we know blocks across here, so 9 has got to be in one of these 2 squares, right? Which will mean blocking across here, and that will give us 2 squares over here, but that's not enough to place the 9 just yet. The other missing numbers here, 4, no, we can't tell anything about 4 just yet. Okay, so we continue. Sorry for the silence. I'm studying the form, as somebody interested in horse racing might say. Not getting very far. Oh, all right. So as I said to you before, we never can tell about the Guardian, whether it's going to actually be a hard level puzzle or not. Occasionally it is, often it's not. But today looks like it might be a bit of a challenge. Certainly not just going to be able to waltz through it without thinking at all, which is the case sometimes. Oh, look. Sorry, my apologies. I know you've seen this, you saw this ages ago. Look, 2 blocking down here. So 2 is in that square there. And I was just occupied in other regions of the grid. 6 blocking across there. 6 is there. 3 is there. Sudoku is a strange game sometimes. I don't know what it is that causes us to be distracted or to look in the wrong location or strange things like that. But I really discovered it since making these videos. I never noticed it so much previously when just playing without recording what I've been doing. Right, so now we said these have to be 2 or 3, right? So we know immediately that this is the 2 and this is the 3 because of this 2 blocking across there now. Okay, so this is 3 and 9 then now. So in that case, 2 is in this square here now, isn't it? 2 blocking across here. This is 3 and 9, or 2 blocking across there as well, if you like. 3 and 9. So we're looking for, so 1 blocks up here, so 1 has got to be in that square there. The other number is 4. I'm not sure if the microphone is picking this up. There's a very cheeky sounding bird outside in my garden. It's a very nice whistle. It's quite cheeky sounding. Right, okay, must try to concentrate, forget the birds. What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? Something, must be something easy here, surely. Alright, let's try and talk my way through it. Right, 1. 1 is in these 2 squares here. These 2 squares here. These 2 squares here. Okay, 2. 2 is in these two squares here. This square and this square. 3 is in these two squares here. These two squares here. Unfortunately, any of those 3 squares. Four is possible in these squares here. That's about it. 5's 5 up here in these two squares. Here and here. Did I see something else there? Oh, look, here we are. Oh, no. Okay. 6 is, sorry about this, a bit of a time lag here. Not doing this very smoothly or quickly, but that's okay. Still very early, so brain is not fully functioning, I would suggest. 6, 7's down here, 7's down here. 7's not doing very well. Okay, 8's done, 8's already, 9's here or here. There or there. There or there. Okay, I'm going to need to put in some pencil marks because I can't see any patterns in my head. It's not even light enough. It's just about getting light now, so I need to throw some light on the situation by putting in pencil marks. Right, 1, 4, 1, 4, 7 and 9, isn't it? Okay, this was 3 and 9. Down here, 1 blocking across here, so 1 is in these squares here. The missing numbers 4 and 7, so but we don't have any information about those. I'm going to put them in the bottom right like this. Normally I'm just looking for pairs, but I don't do anything else down here. I know that already. 1 blocking up here, 1 blocking up here, so 1 is a pair there. Two across here, 2 across here, and 2 up the middle, so 2 is a pair in those squares. 2 down here, 2 down here. 2 is possible in those squares. 3 across here, 3 up here. 3 is a pair there. Five blocking up here, and across here, so 5 is a pair in those squares there. 5 across here, and 5 down here, so 5 are a pair of candidates in those two squares. Sevens are not going very far. 9 blocking down here, 9 blocking down here, so 9 is a pair in those squares. 9 across here, so 9 is possible in those squares there. Oh no, oh look, oh god. An obvious one. 9 blocking up here, 9 across here. That was in fact a 9. You're going to probably tell me this game's been easy all along, I just haven't seen it. Okay. Right, so if this is 1 and 4, this has also got to be 1 or 4, but we don't have any info on that just yet. 1, 4, 1, 4, 7, okay. So now the 7 blocks up here, so 7 is one of these two squares here now. There's a pair of 7s, which means that we can remove the candidate 7 down here, so we know that's only a 1 or a 4 now. Of course, the 1 and 4 can fit into any of these 3. I'm going to finish this shoot by filling them in 1 and 4, like that. Don't see me not seeing that 9 though. Okay, 9 across here, 9 across here, and down there, yeah, so 9 in those squares there. Right. Okay, not any great, didn't find any kind of matching pairs or naked pairs, whatever you want to call them, or interesting stuff, actually. So we're going to have to move along and fill in the rest of the candidates, I believe. Now, where to start looking? Is one side going to be more productive than another? I think I'm going to start here. We've got a few candidates already, and this block is completed. Let's try here. Right, okay, so 1 blocking down here, or 1 across here. That's going to give me 4 possible locations. By the way, I've only played The Guardian nowadays on paper, so most of the others I'm doing online, trying to save the planet a little bit. So this is the only one I do on paper. But I will say that what I normally do is I keep the top left for paired candidates and the bottom right for everything else. And sometimes if a candidate is in the bottom and it becomes a pair within a segment, a block like this, then I'll promote it as well. That's my own way of doing notation, a non-computerized notation. 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks across here. So 3 could appear in any of these squares. 4 blocks down here like this, and there's no information from the rows, so we have to put 4 in all of these squares like this. 5 we've done already. 6 blocks across here and 6 blocks down here, so there's a little square of 6s here like this. 7 blocks down this central column, and that's it. I'm beginning to wish I hadn't chosen this block now. There's too many candidates to fill in. I was hoping I might find a single, but there's no way. 8 we've done, 9 we've done. Okay. A lot of candidates there. Okay, let's go up here. 1 blocking up here then. So 1 in these squares. 2, 3 is done. 4 blocks up here. So we have 4 in these squares. 5 blocks along here and up here. Let me make that 1 a bit clearer. 5, 5, and 5. 6 blocks. 6 blocks up this column. That's all we need to know actually. This column here. So 6, 6, 6, and 6. 7 blocks up this middle column. So 7s like this. 8 and 9 we have already. Phew, a lot of candidates there to look at. Okay, maybe I'll be luckier on this side. 1 is done. 2 blocks across here and down here. So 2 like this. 3 blocks across the middle. So 3 is possible like this. 4 blocks down this column here. So 4, 4, 4 and 4 like this. 5 we have already. 6 blocks down this column, 6 blocks across here. So 3 locations for 6. 7 blocks down here. 7 like this. 8 we have already. 9 blocks across this top row, and we can't say anything else. Oh man, looks like it's going to be a really tough one today, and it's so early in the morning. Surprised me. It's not even expert day, that's Saturday. Right then, now 1 block left to hope for a single. Let's see what we get. Right, 1 is done, 2 is done, 3 blocks across here. Also look, 3 we have as a pair here, so 3 blocks across here. So 3 is limited to the central row here. 4 blocks up there. So 4 in these squares like so. 5 we've placed already. 6 blocks up this column and across here. So 6 like that. We've got a single 7, look, because 8 and 9 are blocking there already. Oh, 8 and 9 we've already placed. Wouldn't you Adam and Eve it? Of course. Right to the end, the very last number to find a single, the last block. Now sometimes I say let's start at the top left for no reason, and if I'd done that today I'd have saved a lot of pain. I think let's put that 7 in now. Alright, let's put this 9 in now because it can't be a 7 anymore. Let's remove any candidates that we can, so the 7, 9 can disappear now, and this 9 can go. I think I just created work unnecessarily there. Not really, but if you know what I mean. It's made it just harder, just from pure chance of where to begin looking. I think it's like that. 9. This is a single 5 now left. Okay, so let's get rid of the 5 here and here. So now we're left with a 7, 1 here. Now the 9 was part of a pair, so now the 9 is in this square here. So there we go. That means that of this 3 on 9, so that's now a 3 and that's now a 9. And if this is a 3, this is a 4. If this is a 4, this is a 6. And there's one number left to get down here, and that's a 7. 7 or 4, that's the 4. 1 in that square, 4 in that square, 1 in that square. And let's get rid of, 1 down here now and 7 there. So let's do a bit of candidate removal, shall we? First up, let's get rid of this 1 up here, leaving us with 7 and 4. Let's get rid of the 1 over here, and since that was part of a pair, let's place the 1 in fact there. Let's get rid of the 5 here and the 4 here, so that means we now have 2 and 3 in those squares there. This 1 can't be true any longer. This 4, sorry, you're gone. So in fact this is now a 7 and this is now a 4. Since we have the 7, that only leaves a 5 to place there. Let's do some more waste removal. Let's remove the 5 there, and since that's part of a pair, we can say that the 5 has to fit in there. Now there should be 3 numbers left up here now. So let's see what we have to get rid of. 7 or 1, that's okay. 4, no, that we can't have the 4 anymore. 7, 6, no, there's no 4. Okay, so now we've got 7, 6, 6, 1, 7, 1. That's 3 numbers in 3 squares. That looks okay. So that means 7, 6, and 1 cannot appear. No, 7, 6, 1. So this is going to be through a pair of 3 and 4 now. 4. In fact, I'll put them up there like this. There we go. Make it a bit easier to see. 3 and 4. Right, next up. 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3. So look, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4, 3, and 2. So we know that this is a 4 because of our unique rectangle rule. This can't be a 2 or a 3 because that will give a less than unique situation. Okay, so we know that this has to be the other number, which is 4. Let's place a 6 here now, and that, get rid of the 6 and the 4 here, leaving us with a 3 and a 2 there. Okay, what's left over here now? That 9 means that 9 can no longer stand, and that's part of a pair, so we shall put our 9 there, leaving us with 7, 1, 7, 1. That looks good, but now we know that that 1 can't be true, so that's the 7, and that's the 1, 6 there, 7 there. Okay, let's do a bit more candidate removal, shall we? Or actually, let's place this number here. This is a 4. The last number to get in this row is a 4. That gives us a 4 in that square and a 3 in that square there. Okay, almost done now. What's left? 1, 2. So missing numbers here have to be 3 and 6. Okay, 3 and 6 are the last numbers left to get. 1, 2, we don't have 3. 4, 5, we don't have 6. So, but 6 blocks this square here, so we know that 6 is there and the 3 is there. So if 3 is there, that's the 2, that's the 3, that's the 2, that's the 3. Okay, if 2 is here, that's the 2 there, and the last number to get to finish the puzzle is a 1. So thank you, Guardian, for your hard level puzzle. I don't know if I'd found this single here earlier, if I'd have needed to fill in fewer candidates or not. Maybe not, actually. I'm not sure that really affected me needing to put in so many candidates. I don't know. I think I did need to. So anyway, I would say that that's not an easy level puzzle. So that's a step up because it's been pretty easy. I'm going to say it's at least a medium puzzle. Whether or not it's a hard level puzzle, I'll leave that up to your own judgment. But I hope you enjoy playing the game anyway. And if you haven't played it already, well, please do it, because Sudoku is a game where you should be taking part. Click on the link, try it out for yourself. Okay, thank you, and I hope to see you for more Sudoku whenever you're in a Sudoku mood. Thank you, bye-bye.